it's handy to have cats that respond when they're called, rather than just ignoring you full time. Because if I yell out that I'm giving out treats and they don't come running, it's because they are physically prevented from doing so.
I just watched a video of a TikTok video of this guy walking around saying cat, like trying to get the cat's attention in different languages, and German always works.
Interesting, and that explains a lot about cats.
I was like, I wish I could pronounce that, but that's not gonna happen.
I'm trying to keep all my, have nothing open on the computer that I don't absolutely have to, because this laptop tends to yell at me about halfway through the session about, I'm using too much resources.
Go to your system tray in the right-hand corner, right-click your system tray, and look for any apps that might be running, like Spotify, things like that.
It was a good reminder to shut down my work stuff.
Yeah, if you have a VPN running, if you have Cisco, Skype, music software. Just right-click the little tiny icons and say quit or exit. Or
stop. I had a couple. Those are gone now. I can't connect to Foundry at all.
I cannot get into Zoom on my computer at all. No, I can't connect to Zoom on my computer at all.
You can't connect to Zoom?
Nope.
You're in it right now. It says
the host has another meeting in progress.
You got the wrong link. You have the wrong link.
Check the second link he sent.
It's the wrong link.
Okay, got it. Gotcha.
Your microphone's working very well this week, Becky.
This is still the headset on the cell phone. Same one. I switched out the mic to the computer, but apparently my computer does not like anything attached to it, including Bluetooth. That has to do with microphones. So I don't feel like messing with it. But in order to have a camera view, because I don't have a way of propping up my phone properly, because it has a horrible, it just doesn't do good. It like kills my battery. Okay, there we
go. Okay, welcome aboard. Okay, so where we last left off, you had finally cleared out the queen's nest of ants and spiders, and you had gotten your payment from the Stump family. You had then eventually moved back towards town, doing a couple more interviews before finally settling in the town, trying to decide what you wanted to do. That's kind of where we left off. And y'all had agreed to meet back. I don't know if y'all want to go to the Grassy Glass Inn or another location. Did y'all decide where y'all going to meet the next day?
Goldfield Tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to meet there for breakfast or sometime around close to almost noon.
Okay. One second. Yes, alright. So y'all make your way back to the Goldfield Tavern. Let me turn the music down just a tad bit so it's not blaring my ears as much. I have shared a note with y'all to help you out because y'all had so many questions about the various individuals. So there, and I just y'all's notes that you had gotten so far. And I believe I can assign... Can I give permissions to this? permissions. Configure permissions. All are owners. And save. So now you should be able to edit it. If you need to put notes in there, you can.
That's awesome.
Just be aware if all of your edit at one time, you may overwrite each other's changes. So I'll recommend one of y'all only kind of edit it.
Matt, you usually take great notes. Do you feel good about it?
Yes, I can do that.
All right.
I just heard back from Veronica. She's having some family stuff, so she won't be here tonight.
That's okay. We're kind of in a transitional phase anyway. So, about early noon, I would say, maybe brunch time, you find yourselves back in the Goldenfield Tavern and Lodge, which is run by Simon Deepwell. And any of the locals that may have been there are out working. So it's just mostly locals that are in here. I mean, not locals, travelers and such, and it's kind of empty. They are preparing for a lunch. You see Simon coming up. Is a halfway man with dark skin, short gray hair, and kind of walks up. He's got the apron on. He's, been about cleaning up and the morning stuff, and kind of comes up as y'all all walk in and has a towel, and it's kind of damp, and kind of wipes one of the tables. Says, "Oh, please sit here, and can I get you something to drink or food, perhaps? Oh, it's a little early right now, so it'd really be kind of snacks that I have prepared."
Yes, whatever you have. Maybe some ale.
Okay, my lord. Anything else? Pandora, would you like some milk?
Yes, one please.
All right.
Just realized that I have a personality trait that says I love a good puzzle or mystery. So I must be. And also, no one can stay angry at me or around me because I can diffuse the tension.
There you go.
Alright, so plan of attack for today. Probably should head over and see the mayor.
Okay.
Let him know what we're doing. Also, at some point, I'd like to go talk to an armorer right now.
Go talk to who?
To who?
An armorer.
Okay.
Armor.
An armorer I know. I just pieced that together. That's what he said.
Yes.
And I would like to go find me a stabby weapon.
But first, ale.
Yes.
Milk.
Milk and ale.
Sorry. So Simon,
Same
together.
glass.
Not together.
Simon returns in a few moments, and he puts down the various ales, milk, water, or whatever else you kind of wanted, and he just says it's a total of 5 silver pieces.
All right.
And you find
I give him 5 from our pack.
okay, and you find yourself sitting at the table, kind of all there amongst yourselves. Nobody else is here yet. What do y'all do?
We're just talking about what we're doing for the day. Or at least this morning. We should probably go see the mayor. And then, like I said, I need to go see an armorer. Pandora needs to go see a smith. What about you, Blix? What do you got going on today?
I don't have anything going on today, so I'll probably just be the parrot on Pandy's shoulder.
I need to
If
go
you're
pick up
walking.
the supplies.
Although
Okay.
I really kind of want to go to the armorer with you, though. So I think I'm going to have to let Panda go on her own.
That's fine.
Well, that's easy for you to say. She's being so brave about it. Again, Blix really mistakenly kind of thinks of this like 6 or 7 foot tall cat as her pet. She's not her pet.
Well, that's understandable. All right, so we finish up here, and we're gonna head off to go see the mayor.
Okay. You kind of takes a few minutes, but you do find him at one of the town halls. Remember, there's 3 of them in town, and you kind of make your way to where he is, and he 1 second.
Blix thinks that Pandora's her pet in the same way that my cat Nimrod thinks I'm his pet.
Really now?
Yeah.
My cat sees me as her emotional support human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So poor Pandora's got this tiny little goblin. Oh, you've got a cat skin rug. That's so cute.
So you you find him that he's actually at the Green Hall, and they're apparently preparing for some type of festival. And as y'all approach it, you see there's like probably 7 or 8 individuals in here debating about decorations and things of that sort. But he sees y'all approaching, and he kind of nods his way out and steps out to where you are, and he goes, how's it going? If you're well, let's not talk here. He goes, come with me. And you spend basically backtracking back towards the center hub of the town and into the back door of a residence. And you kind of go inside. And it's a small, quaint home. It's kind of where he lives. And you find yourselves kind of like in a small room with some chairs and the equivalent of a sofa during that era. And some tables, and he goes, would you like some tea?
No, we're good.
No, thank you.
So he doesn't sit down. He just kind of stands up. He kind of points to the chairs and stuff. Once 1 or 2 y'all takes a seat, he then politely sits down. And he goes, well, what'd you find out?
Found out quite a bit. It seems as though each of the different farms witnessed a different individual setting the fires. Which we don't think that it was any of them that actually set the fires. Either someone else impersonating them, or someone who can change the way they look to be someone else.
That's interesting.
Can I do an insight check on him when we tell him this?
Yes, you may. Remember, make sure it's blind.
Yeah.
So he looks genuinely concerned that when you said, because he kind of his brow kind of wrinkles, and you get a sense that he has a genuine concern here about what you just said.
Okay.
Oh,
One of the witnesses said that you were the person they saw.
preposterous! Seriously, who said that?
It's not important. Everybody says they saw someone different, and clearly you didn't.
Can't be
do
all
it.
of you.
One person said that they saw Rhea do it and sprinting away from the field, and we know that's not true.
Sprinting? She has a serious war wound. I don't think she could run if she wanted to.
No,
See, that's the point.
Yeah, which is why we think it's someone else that has disguised himself.
What do you think their motive is? I'm a little confused by that myself, he says.
Well, the bigger picture would be to get the military involved and to remove you from power.
That was my initial concern. I didn't want to. Well, as you know, I've had some problems with some of the magistrates and the Cerberus Council, but I just he kind of turns around and rubs his forehead as he's kind of thinking out loud, but nothing he says is any different than what y'all have already discovered, right? And he's like, I'm not sure who would be behind this.
So there's no one that's been causing you trouble personally or professionally? No kind of issues that you come across with?
Well, with the conflicts going on off to the east of here, my first gut instinct is something with the Kryn dynasty, but I haven't seen any activity here personally from that. But that is why the troops are being deployed in this area.
Okay.
Do y'all know anything about the Kryn dynasty?
I think
I
Blick
grew up
does.
there.
Huh?
I grew up there.
You say that out loud, or?
Surely he already knows that. I'm a goblin.
Right. So he goes, yeah, I didn't know. Well, we have goblins on this side of the mountains too, but I didn't know where. Well, that's not important. You've lived here for a long time. Although some may point fingers to your kind, we've had incursions of goblins before.
Like this?
None that have. They usually take. They don't destroy. They come in for supplies and equipment and food, and then they leave. They don't slash and burn fields. The fields are vital, which is one of the reasons why I'm concerned about the Cerberus Assembly getting involved.
We could determine, some kind of pattern to the attack. Maybe we could figure out where they would strike next and be waiting to catch them.
Good. Are there any farms that haven't been attacked?
Well, there's plenty of farms along the tillage that have been attacked. The moment y'all started y'all's investigations, though, new fires had stopped. We hadn't seen more fires. Prior to y'all's investigation, there had been,
So real quick,
fires.
I don't know if you've been given this information before, but the 4 farms that were set to fire, what order were they set in fire?
Good question.
I don't recall any particular order in which they were set afire. He goes, I think it was the Deca Jolton farm that had gotten burned first, or maybe the stumps. I don't recall. He says, I don't recall.
Okay. Which was the last farm to be burnt?
Maybe Quentin's. The Stump families.
So they could have been first or last, and what I'm understanding from this is that the order doesn't matter.
But they're the farthest farm. I think they were the farthest farm out, he says to you.
Apart from the military swooping in, who would benefit from this?
There are those here in town who you would think would want this position, but due to the wartime efforts going on in the Empire, most aren't interested in this post because it brings certain stress and danger to it. The Service Assembly is interested in what we do here, for sure. But
What if it's them?
because their job is to keep stability. But why would they torch the fields? Their job is to make sure the tillage provides for the army.
Mm.
So basically, the list of suspects that we have are all pointing to the other suspects that we have.
Then somebody must be lying.
Yeah.
They're all lying.
What if you're the one who's lying?
I could be.
We're
but
all lying.
I would have no purpose in doing that. Why would I want to undermine my own seat? It makes no sense to me.
Maybe you're just tired of being mayor.
I would just step down.
So then the boy
Has the cost of the military gone up or gone down?
There have been more troops deployed along the eastern border, the Ashkeep.
There's also been the new group that's in town.
Well, yes, we had a small not contingent, but a small group of guards replacing other ones that they rotate them out regularly.
Yeah.
The ones that were here, though, if I understand, have gone on to Ashgard Garrison. What?
When did they leave?
Oh, about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago.
So about when we started the investigation?
Yes.
And about when the fire stopped?
Could be coincidence.
Sometimes there's no such thing as coincidence.
Has there been a drop in pay for any of the soldiers as you acquired more?
No, you said had there been a drop in pay? Is that what you said? Oh, he goes, no, actually, because of the war effort, they're considered, they get a little more pay, actually, because they're on active duty here, guarding these fields.
If they're guarding never mind.
Well, there's probably two things we can do. We can go back and reinterrogate the people we talked to, or we can head out to the Ashburg barracks or whatever and start questioning around there so we can find more information.
I think that sounds good after we stop by the armory and the
I agree.
blacksmith.
All right. So we'll get some supplies here in town, check in with different people, and then meet back up at the inn, and then head off to the barracks.
All right. He says, he takes you out towards the back. He goes, I thank you for everything you're doing.
Definitely, if you hear anything else or you get any more information, send it our way.
I will do.
All right. So we're gonna head off to Armory and Blacksmith.
Smithy. The armory.
Yeah, we can do armory first.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I pretty
I'll be
much
right
have
back.
all my supplies, so I can just go with you.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think I did.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I got it.
So the 200 And we're going to
doing it.
Ashgard Garrison, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's where some of my peeps are.
Say again?
That's where some of my peeps are.
So what he's saying is that. So what he's saying is that we have a bunch of soldiers that were newly hired. They were guarding, and now they're on another mission, not anywhere near town, and that's been a week since then. Do I have that information right?
Yes, more or less. They were here, and then they've been
Okay.
rotated out. But they left like a week ago when we started our investigation.
Right, but they were new.
Yeah.
Seems like it's either them in disguise or Kryn Dynasty Raiders.
Yeah.
Your water bottle is see-through.
Remember that scene in The Last Unicorn where the skull drinks the wine? That's what this reminds me of.
Oh, that just reminds me, I finished my wine last night and I didn't put a new bottle in.
Okay, so what are y'all wishing to do at this point? I heard somebody wanting to go to the armorer. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
What I wish to do is have you give me an oath bow and tell me what the answer is.
You
We
like
can see it.
puzzles and figuring things out.
My character
You can
does.
see if they have an oath bow at the smith.
I guarantee you they do not.
So you make your way through town to Sibo Offland. He is a male gnome. For a gnome, he's kind of tall, actually. But he tends to wear very simple clothing as you walk into his establishment. He has mostly, the typical gear that you're seeking here. Occasionally, he gets some exceptional items in. And it's like a boutique shop, right? So it's like most of the inventory is behind the counter. In front of the counter are some very common items that you could just get that you might need, like picks and equipment like that, farming utensils that might need replacing, tinder boxes, some clothing items, stuff like that. But behind it is where some of the more important items are. And this was this is the general shop y'all were wanting to go to.
Yes.
Okay. And so you kind of walk in, and he comes up from behind all the shelf stuff, and they're not well organized. There's no labels, things of sort. It's just stuff piled up on all the shelves, and he kind of comes out and he looks at all of you and he kind of nods. And he walks up and puts his hands on the counter, and the counters are lower than most counters in businesses here because of his height. But again, the town is mostly populated with halflings, so it doesn't seem out of place, if you know what I mean. And he goes, Nick, Nick, it's good to see you. Hey, how can I help you and your friends? He waves all of you.
Been out on some adventures and stuff like that, and I know you and I had discussed different things about armor and stuff like that, and in the past or whatever. I have a couple of things that you may be interested in. And I take out the exoskeleton from the spider, and I put it on the counter.
He takes a moment, and he goes, "And what was this?" And he kind of, he goes, "Ooh," because you still have some of the gore on the inside of it. And he kind of pulls his hands back a little bit, and he grabs some gloves, and he goes, and then he the big thick leather gloves, and they're stained, and then he grabs a hold of it, and he kind of picks up and looks at it.
They kind of describe what the spider was doing and everything. And I tell him that I'd really like. Look, so you're here with me?
Yes, I am with you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
I tell him.
thinking about Dell. I'm sorry.
I tell him that I'd really like something that might be able to fit my little friend here, if that's possible.
It won't take very much.
And he kind of looks at you right now, and he goes, "Well, this armor these are hard, rigid exoskeletons. I perhaps could make you something, but it would certainly restrict your ability to get around. Is that something you're interested in?"
No. I mean, acrobatics is kind of my livelihood, so I really need to be able to move.
So you don't think that would work out?
Well, what else were you thinking, Nick?
I don't know. I was just thinking because my friend here, she really likes to, whenever we're out doing things or whatever, she's really stealthy and can really get into places unseen. So I really want something to help her out.
I've
but if you
heard
can't
of
make something,
exoskeletons like this being used for making things, some magical type armor or clothing that allows you to like be somewhere where you're not real quick, like
Okay.
I think they call it phasing or something. But
Okay.
that wouldn't be in my expertise.
Who talked to you about something like that?
Well, I'm looking that up right now.
In your book of contacts, yes.
I got way too many here. 1 second.
All right.
Bernardo,
Shopkeeper starts looking through its wallet.
Do what? He goes, Bernardo, the apothecary not too far from here. He's right across from me. And this, of course, this is the Felden General Store you're in. And he kind of points out the
I need
door.
to go to the apothecary.
He goes, he might have some information on this.
Okay. I'll definitely go talk to him.
Okay.
Do you happen to have any axes or battle axes or anything like that in your store?
I do. Are you looking for anything special? Or just a regular battle axe?
What kind of special battle axes do you have?
He smiles. And he comes back out. And he shows you this beautifully engraved. It's got a lot of filigree design in the head of it. And it's got mother inlaid pearl in the wooden handle that comes down. And it has little tassels at the end of it kind of hanging from it. And he hands it over to you to hold it. It's super well balanced. It's light. And he goes, this was actually recovered from some bandits, from some of the, from one of the incursions into the Brokenville Marsh, which is on the eastern side of the Ash Keeper Peaks. Sorry, my dog's trying to get into the food. And from when the Ashgard garrison pushed into the Kryn Dynasty territory. Anyway, this was one of the items that I bought off from one of the guard members, and he just kind of hands it to you, and you're kind of looking at it.
How much do you want for this?
Well, let me look in D&D Beyond so we can get the cost of a battle axe for you. Regular battle axe. This one's a little more exceptional just due to the design, effort, and the carving that went into it. He goes, he says, you can see it's got silver inlaid into it. It's got the mother and pearl. It's just a phenomenally well made, and it is a distinctive weapon people will remember you by. If you're building a name for yourself, this kind of stuff's important. I'll just take 20 gold for it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Okay.
All right. So he hands this beautiful, beautiful Kryn Dynasty battle axe over to you. And I'll get you some more information and notes on the actual symbology of the carvings and etchings on it.
Pretty killing machine.
It is. Hello, Louie.
Where would I go to get like a necklace or ring or belt that might help with, more armor? I'm a mage. I'm a wizard mage, so I'm not going to carry heavy armor. So.
He goes, let me go look in the back here real quick if I have anything that may help you. Louie, no. Sorry, my dog's hitting my arm.
So, like, pet me. Pet me. Yes, I know. You love computer games.
I have a question for you, Warren.
Yes. Go ahead, I'm listening.
There we go.
Something felt weird about that conversation with Dell, but that's me thinking that, and I'm not sure Blix would have thought so. Although it didn't have a question mark at the end, that was a question.
Okay. And it was with Dell, you said?
Not Dell. I mean, Whisper Thin.
Whisper Thin.
Yeah. Me or dude.
Well, I don't know what my
So the mayor himself, you thought the conversation with him was odd, he said?
Yeah. Something.
Well, just from my point of view, I thought he was being pretty straightforward with us. When I mentioned the people hiding and stuff like that, he didn't react in any way that was questionable.
Something's tickling my brain and I don't know what it is. So ignore me.
It's your gnome intuition.
I'm a goblin, but thank you.
Like I said, it's your gnome intuition.
So he comes out and he lays this beautifully inlaid brooch down on the table in front of you. And it kind of, where your cloak kind of comes together, you put the brooch there to hold the two pieces of the cloak together, and it has a what looks like some type of gem inlaid shield on the brooch itself. And he goes, this is something that came into my possession some time ago. It's called a brooch of shielding, and it helps you not, to deflect attacks on you and things. While wearing this, you're immune to like magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine where you're lying, whether you're lying or not, things of that sort. It's quite incredible. It runs 7,500 gold. Is that what you're looking for, or something different?
Wow, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. However, a little bit out of my price range. If I had that much, I would totally take it. Because that is a rare find.
Well, there are spells.
Kudos for you finding that.
There are spells that.
But maybe something a little less.
Well, I don't really have magic items that would. What are you looking to spend, to be honest with you?
I've got about 12 gold right now that I could possibly spend.
500, you said?
Twelve.
1,200 gold. Well, let's see what falls in that category here.
12.
Blix just
Gold.
laughed out loud.
Oh, 12 gold?
1, 2, 12.
Oh,
He goes,
1, 2.
I mean, if you think about it, potions of healing.
If I had 1,200, I would definitely look at you for something.
He goes, potions of healing start out at 50 gold. And you can't wear armor because it interferes with your magic casting,
Gotcha.
right? And-
Okay, I'm good for now.
Okay.
Right. So I'm looking for things to add on to it. So it'd have to be like rings, necklaces, brooches, stuff like that, belts. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad that you offered, and I'm glad you have this lovely piece. I would definitely make sure it has it in a good safe and well guarded, and a lot of spells. It's really pretty. But yeah, it's a little out of my price range. But thank
Hey,
you, for offering.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes,
Selling some shit.
yes,
Mhm.
it's my pleasure. He takes the brooch with him, and he says, but again, I suggest you make your way over to the apothecary. Perhaps he can help you with the what do they call it? 16 of the exoskeleton. They have a word for it, and I can't remember it right now. Anyway, what do y'all do?
Right.
Um,
At the first time, and head over to the apothecary.
Wait, before we leave, we do a little group huddle. And I'm like, hey guys, we still have those bars of iron and silver that we found in the tunnels. Do we want to see if this guy wants to buy them? Maybe we can get up some gold.
That's
Do
a
we-
good idea.
It might be worth more to the
Do
blacksmith.
we know the weight and the worth yet?
You can get them appraised here.
Yeah, it's also we need to know the weight and the worth, and we
They're
can find out the
1
appraisal
pound
and
bars.
take them over to the blacksmith.
One, we can't hear you. We can see that you're talking, but.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, who took the bar? Who has it in their inventory?
I do.
Wah, 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 wah,
Says
wah,
they're
wah.
1 pound each. We got 4 silver
The
and
one
1
that can
iron.
carry it.
I also found a hammer in my backpack.
Yeah, I think either Pandy has it or Nyx has it.
Andy does.
I have it.
You found a what?
I found a hammer in my backpack and a crowbar.
Same.
Okay, 1 second.
Hair too short. Fixed it.
Sorry, I lost my price reference on it, so I got to look it up. Give me a second. Sorry, things are dragging.
Oh, while the shopkeeper is appraising our bars to let us know what those are,
One.
I'm whispering with Pandora, trying to convince her to help me steal that ring or necklace or whatever it was.
The brooch.
Yeah,
Brooch.
the brooch. It's sparkly.
Brooch.
While they are doing that, I'm going to be off somewhere else doing something.
I'm gonna sit
So
here and
I'm
whisper
just-
with them and figure out what are you trying.
I'm gonna sit here and whisper with them and figure out what are you trying to
Conspicuously.
be sneaky about.
Oh, we're getting 2 of you, Becky.
But
There you go.
inconspicuously.
I'm like tapping Pandora on the knee.
Stop it.
What is my alignment?
I'm like, what are you two up to?
Ain't nothing that concerns you. Well, it sort of does.
Okay, so 1 pound of gold is worth 50 gold pieces. 1 pound of iron is worth a silver piece. What else you got?
A silver piece.
A silver piece.
Oh, we have silver bar.
You have a silver bar?
4 of them.
And a silver bar is worth 5 gold pieces. What I can do, I think I can find it here. Okay, so what do y'all do?
Head over to.
He actually tells you he'll gladly buy the metals off of you for the price I just gave you.
We'll think
Fair.
about it.
Okay, we'll think about it.
It's pretty heavy. And we do use
So,
encumbrance rules. Don't forget about that.
I have a Pandora. It's not encumbering me at all.
All right. All right. And so what do y'all do now?
All right. So to go inside your little thing.
You do what?
No, we're ready. We're ready to go across the street.
Okay, so make your way over to the apothecary. Is that what you said,
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
Just Granado.
All right, you make your way across to the apothecary, and you walk into it, and you see a little short halfling here. It's got little he's got some goggles, and right when y'all walk in, he's actually walking out from a door with a cellar that leads down, and he has the door open when y'all walk in, and he sees y'all and he lifts his goggles up, but y'all see like a flashing coming from the stairs down below. He goes, one moment, please, one moment. And he turns around and he shuts the door. He's got a key around his neck. He kind of bends over and locks the door. Then takes the key, puts it back down his shirt, and he walks over to the counter. And he's got, a few rows of shelves here, little vials and stoppers and round little potion bottles and other things. It's all along the shelves. Most of them are behind some type of cabinet or glass enclosure. And he goes, "Oh, so how can I help you?"
Well, we were just across the street talking to Zebo, and we had a couple of different items of curiosity. We're actually looking for him to make us some stuff. Unfortunately, he said he wasn't really able to make what we were looking for, and we come talk to you. I take out the exoskeleton and the vial of blood, and I put it on his counter.
Yeah.
And I described like the spider and like what it was doing and everything else, and kind of what we want for Blix. Maybe something where she can like jump from one place to another.
Sneaky.
He looks at it's the skeleton, right? He says, "Oh, that's interesting." He puts his goggles up all the way up on his head, and it takes out a little spyglass or a little monocle, and he kind of bends down. He looks at it, and he goes, "He's cleaning a little bit better, but."
I did pretty good. I did like a 15 on my taking that thing off.
He goes, "There is a distilment I can make from this that can then treat a cloak or other garment, and I think it's still fresh enough. And that treatment is only temporary. The oil will only last for 24 hours once you treat the garment with that. A more permanent enchantment of a similar nature would run you about 1,500 gold."
Okay. So the treatment,
just to get it, to make an oil to put on on a cloak or a piece of armor or equipment, clothing, That's going to be 250 gold.
All right. You said 1,500 for permanent.
Yes.
Would that cover only one garment?
Yes.
Only one.
How
only
many?
one.
How much do you think you could get from what I brought you?
I can treat one garment either way. A cloak, pair of pants, maybe some leather armor. So like pants, a shirt, cloak, leather armor, something like that could be done.
Okay.
One of those items. So it's an outfit, basically. I think if I saturate it, and for the permanent effect, I could do that. The oil of phasing would only be able to cover something like a cloak, but that's all you need. Your whole outfit doesn't have to be covered.
Okay.
And
it's not like
that only
they're-
lasts for 24 hours.
Okay. So it's not like the armor itself would like go somewhere else. Like everything would go with it.
You go with it.
How about the blood? Can you do anything with the blood?
You look at the blood. What kind of blood is this? He says again to you.
It's from the phasing spider.
Oh. And he
It's
kind of
still pretty
looks at
fresh.
it, and he takes the stopper off. He's like, looks at it, and he goes, see, it's already starting to degrade. Actually, the hide exoskeleton is more useful.
Okay. That'd be something might be. What do we have in the group?
As far as our money stash,
Yeah.
Do you want to find out how much it
153.
would cost to sell it?
I didn't get that.
we have 153 gold pieces.
Okay, so that would pretty much wipe us out. I got some too. Y'all think it would
I
be
mean, I
worth
have-
it, or
I wonder if
Because
he'd be willing to buy this stuff.
I'd be willing to make it for you, and then you can pay
I
me
mean, are we talking about everybody
back
total?
in time when you have the monies. And once you pay me, you can take possession of it.
we can definitely do that.
Just for a cloak? For Blitz?
It's a one-time use for 24 hours. If we put it on a garment, if we
Or we could save up
Got a
and come up
potion.
later on and get some permanent stuff.
I know all of you.
that would be 1,500 gold.
I'll gladly take on the challenge if you'll just put down 25% of the cost and give me the armor or equipment that you want permanently enchanted. I'll do that. And you can just put down 25%.
Which is 375. We don't have that.
Yeah, well, let's just wait till Black Friday.
How about you go ahead and get what you need from what it is, and we'll come back and.
There's a Black Friday. Hold it, wait, it got canceled.
He points to it and he goes, "Just be aware, this will degrade.
Yeah, yes.
You'll need a
That's what I'm
way
saying.
to."
Go ahead and do what you need to do to get whatever you need from it, and we can come back later.
Okay.
Do you think you could benefit from this vial of phase spider blood by any chance? Would you be interested in buying it?
It's already rancid. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And rancid is bad.
For most people, yes.
All right. Question. I got this other vial of mysterious liquid. Can you tell me what it is?
What color was the bottle?
You didn't tell me. You just said mysterious vial of liquid.
Ha.
Let me look back at my notes here real quick.
Chris, you're keeping a total of all the gold and money that we're getting? Even though
Yeah,
we split some of it up already.
Yeah, we each have our own pockets from before, some other loot, but what we found in the spider nest and what we got paid from Mr. Stump for clearing out the tunnels. I have total of that.
Okay, so you have the count that you gave was all of the stuff that you're carrying, not the ones that have been divvied out to us already. Gotcha.
Right, and not my personal funds. I can't hear you.
Cool. That way we know what to add into for each person. Cool. If we need to use it first, that way we know what to add.
And don't worry, I bought my fancy battle axe with my gold. I am gold poor, but battle axe rich.
Oh yeah, it was a. Let me pull it up for you real quick. It was a potion of greater healing. I will drop it into your inventory for you. You need to get rid of the other item, so you don't have,
Okay.
multiple.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's in your inventory now.
Thank you.
Does anybody need to purchase a potion of great healing?
Yeah, we should probably get some potion stuff over here.
I have 5 of greater healing and 1 of regular.
How do y'all have that much?
Because y'all let her take stuff?
Oh, that's right. You're the carry-all.
I had 0 if I can have one passed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might each want to have one on us just in case.
If you sold
another
those
encounter,
potions,
if she's dead, we're going to have to try to pilfer her. Don't think I want to do that.
potions are worth a lot of money.
Especially the greater healings.
Do y'all want to sell a couple of them to...
Yeah, but she's into shiny things, not money. So the potions were shiny.
Yeah, but that brooch was also real shiny.
Thank you.
I
That's
think we need
all I was
more
trying to
for
say.
I'm chaotic
Yeah.
good, though. I'm not going to steal from a store. I'll steal from individual people, but not from a store.
It was. I'm chaotic neutral, so I can go either way.
How much was that brooch? 1,500?
But if I can't get the cat to go, what's the point?
Yeah, it was like 7.
Yeah,
7,500.
750,
Yeah, to turn one of
Something like
our
750.
outfits into a phasing outfit is
7,500. Yeah.
which would be good. I
Don't
mean,
have that much potion.
especially for like combat type situations, if it's permanent.
Yeah.
Someone that can bounce around the battlefield would be nice.
Yeah.
I know like wizards and mages can do that sometimes. They can bounce around. Not sure about you, Blix. I don't know if you'll be able to do that later on.
We can cloak. Yeah, I can cloak. I have the ability to cloak. I have the ability to cloak party. Yeah, well, I used it already once for us. So,
Yeah, as
it
a
is one of my
fighter, it
skill
would be good
sets
too to
as
be
a
able to move
mage,
like
for
one
the
place to
kind of
another.
person TV I am. It's not a normal wizard. Yeah, ours just cloaks us. It just doesn't make us drop in. We don't phase. We just kind of, it's like hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
But mine's a little bit better. I can do a full party.
You do know shield can help you with your avoiding getting hit in combat, right, Becky?
Yeah, but for some reason I always need one extra hand for some real weird reason. No, I'm not. For some reason,
The spell
you gotta
shield.
look at
the spell shield.
the dragonfly one. For some reason, I always end up needing that. Oh,
You're talking about the
I-
actual spell shield.
You're cutting in
You
and
should,
out.
also, you should also have access to mage armor.
And mage armor too, yeah. We can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
yeah, but the mage armor is only one-time use. So the mage armor is only a one-time use.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just we're getting like a 10-second lag.
Yeah,
between your video
your
and
mage
your
armor
audio.
is only one-time use, but you cast it during combat, and you use it to protect yourself. And shield can be used instantaneously as a reaction, I believe. Or yeah, it's like somebody attacks you with an arrow, they hit. You can use shield to deflect it instantaneously.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Those I would definitely take a look at those.
Right.
To help.
Look.
Don't discount
Yeah, you
them.
should check those out.
I mean, I know
There's a lot of cool stuff like that.
I know wizards who are 12th level who use shield.
Yeah,
Hey Blix, I have a handheld shield that's made out of wood or metal. Do you want it?
Okay, so he's gonna take the exoskeleton, do whatever he needs to do with it, and we'll come back with some stuff later for him to either make it permanent or give us an oil for it. We have potions of healing and stuff like that. Do we need anything else while we're here?
Not while we're here. Or Nick, do you want a shield that you can hold?
I have a shield.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to use mine.
You can sell your shield.
Yeah, I'd like to. Okay,
much-
let's go back out to the street.
How much have you? Okay, go ahead. So you're back out in the street. People are meandering about. It's a little after lunch now, or it's like probably 12:30, 1 o'clock. The sun's pretty high, and you can see people are like leaving and going to get food, or some are done for the day. Just depends, what they're doing. You're out in the street. What do you do?
I want to talk to the group because I have a bunch of stuff in my backpack that I don't think we're going to need, and it's not very interesting. So if you guys want it, you are welcome to it, or I say we sell it to the general store and rake up some of that money to get the permanent magic Blixie cloak.
Well, what you got?
What was that?
What do you have?
Well, I have this unknown mantle that we picked up that we should probably get checked out that I forgot about.
Okay.
I also have the farming shears that I nicked.
Probably not worth a whole lot, but okay.
I have a chest, an empty chest that can hold 300 pounds of gear that is just weighing me down. I don't need it. I'm fine.
So it's just an empty chest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I have the shield that
could sell
is 6
that.
pounds. Yeah. But do you think we should sell it to the general store, or is there somewhere else that you think we might be able to get more money for it?
Yeah, I would sell it.
Yeah, everything but the mantle. The mantle, we might want to get checked out and see
Blacksmith.
exactly what it is.
Both.
Is there
Yeah, we're gonna
somewhere
hold
you
it.
suggest?
The potions of healing that you have, are they regular healing or greater healing, or what are they?
I have 5 greater healing and 1 regular.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
it would
greater
make at
healing-
least the 5 graders. At least each one of us get one of them, And I would just keep the others on reserve. Especially since as many times as we've gone down.
Yeah. Greater healing is just for our...
Yeah, because if Pandy goes down, one of us has to be able to give one to somebody else or be able to use it on ourselves.
Yeah. It's just that greater healing is just a very powerful potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can still lay on hands and restore a couple hit points if we need
And
it.
we have a healer that's off doing something else right now.
Yeah.
So
Sleeping in.
let's see what he can offer us for the greater healing potions.
Yep.
All 5 of them?
Let's see what he offers.
Yeah.
I also have him check out the mantle, see if he knows anything about it. Okay, Warren.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go back in and talk to him about the greater potions of healing. See if he can identify the mantle that we have, and if he'd be interested in the chest that we have and the shears.
So all the common items you'll get. He'll be nice because the service you do for the town, he'll give you 50% value of the common items right out of the player's manual.
Okay.
And then you get the potions. He'll give you. You're trying to sell greater potions. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me look up what those sell for.
They're expensive. I know that.
Okay, greater healing is 150 gold retail. He will gladly take them off your hand for 100 gold.
Mm-mm. Nope, Blix is going to veto the 30% markdown.
Mm-mm. Not worth it.
Okay, so we'll hold on to those. What about the mantle?
I'm vetoing. Yeah, I'm vetoing too.
If he could
got
go
it.
up to 125, I would be okay.
Does he know what the
with it,
mantle is? That's what we need to know.
but
No, it'd be better just to hold on to the potions.
Yeah. But can you tell us anything about the mantle? We can't hear
You're
you.
on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm eating chips. I don't want to crunch in y'all's ears. So it's a beautiful, like, short, a mantle's kind of got a short cloak that kind of goes over the shoulders and flares up around the neck, comes around, has a little strap around the neck that kind of holds it onto you, right? And it's this beautiful bluish color to it. It's a bit of almost in the interior of it, there's a black velvet, and all around the edges of it, it's kind of a grayish trim. He takes a look at it, and goes, "Wow, this is the general store, right, SIBO?" He's like, "This is an exceptional make. And where did you find this exactly?"
Flying around.
Right.
It was in the spider's lair or the ant's lair?
I believe it was in the ants lair, but I can't swear to it.
Yeah, I think it was the ant queen whole thingy.
He goes,
We tell him it belonged to the queen ant.
he kind of brings it. He goes, "Take a look at this. You found it in the ground. It's still in pristine condition. I think it has other qualities about it. You may want to spend some time with this. Perhaps somebody who has the ability to see if it has magical qualities about it. Do you have anybody in your group who can do such things?"
We
I
do,
can.
I think.
You should have 2 people.
I can detect magic, but I cannot figure out what it is.
I bet Veronica could do it.
I
Sorry,
can't detect
Valdana. I
magic,
bet
but that's
Valdana
it.
could do it.
Wizards can identify magic. It's a spell.
Yeah, but right now I
What?
only have detect magic.
Warren, could she wear it
is
and
it just
attune
a
to it?
natural ability because it's not written on my sheet? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. You'll need to get the spell. What'd you ask, Nick?
Can she wear it and attune to it?
That's a good question.
If it requires attunement, you don't even know. Nobody's even tried it.
For the mantle, yeah.
Well, let's throw it on the wizard and see what happens.
Right,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to put it on. It's shiny.
Right. So attunement to attune takes a short rest.
I'm all like,
You don't want to wear it to figure it out?
Kate, you want to wear it?
no, I would have to.
So yes or no?
Yeah, I'll put it on and see if it kills me.
Yay.
We got potions to bring you
Because
back.
I don't have the spell for it. That's a level 2.
Right on. All right. So you put it on, and
Thanks for trying to sell them.
nothing happens when you put it on. So you'll have to take a short rest to determine that functionality.
Yay for not being cursed.
Right. Give me 1 second,
I was
please.
just gonna put it on.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to die for you all, people. Figure out.
Alright.
So I gotta figure out what the rest of this stuff sells for, right?
Yeah, you can just look up in the player's handbook. Should have all the prices for all that. Or D&D Beyond should have, you can do a search for different items and it'll tell you how much it costs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can worry about that later. It's not going to be a lot, so it's not important.
Just
All right.
mark them as sold, and we'll tally them up later.
All right, so we've done all the little errands in town.
I think she's short resting and
Man, this attunement's taking forever.
It will take a while. Yes.
We can do that.
Yeah, I have to short rest.
Yeah, we can do that when we camp or something.
This should be identify item, right? Is a spell.
Yes. I think it's like a 10-minute spell or
That's
something
in
like that.
Dragon versus Rick and Morty.
Yeah, you can use it as a ritual. You should have had that as one of your items. I mean, starting, it's usually one of the primary things you pick. You didn't pick it?
Yeah,
All
let
right.
me look.
All right. All right.
No.
All right. So what are y'all doing now? Sorry, lots of things going on.
We're
I think we're
continuing
finished here.
investigation.
So we're going to head off to the
Yeah, it just looks like that.
did we want to stop by the blacksmith and see if he can give us a better price on these bars of silver and iron?
I thought we sold those. Yeah, let's go over there.
He'll offer you half the price of the
No,
player's
we
manual.
haven't gone there yet.
The silver
but-
the bars are actually a 1-to-1 ratio, so they're worth what they are. Period. So it's just an exchange.
Okay.
Let's go and sell those.
And you said the silver was.
Yeah, so
It's in the player's manual, page 157. If you look in the player's manual, under trade goods, you'll see like silver, 1 pound is worth X amount.
Thank you.
Who'd we just lose?
I'm still here.
Okay. All right, so y'all deal with that. You unload the things. You're gonna get rid of the chest. You'll buy the chest. You know, like I said, half price.
Mm-hmm.
So unload your inventory, and then where you're going to go, folks.
We're going to go to the Ashgard barracks.
Ashgard Barracks. All right.
See if we can find the people that
am I
were.
done resting?
No,
Yes,
you have to take a short rest. That's a 30-minute endeavor, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, we can do that when we camp.
Yeah. Do what when we camp?
the short rest.
Short rest.
You guys are moving on and you put the mantle on me. I have to stay where I'm at.
You don't
Alright.
have to. You can wear it without attuning to it.
And you
So-
can still see it's a short cloak.
So you begin making your way up toward the Sunset Hall, which acts like a massive tavern for evening festivals and diplomatic events.
Don't
Not-
have identified.
and not too far from that, or where some of the troops are barracked up at. And it's almost like a fortified, if you will, tavern or inn, if you will. There's a gated entrance, and then built on top of this is 2 stories where the guardhouse is, if you will. And in the middle of this is the gate. It's open right now, facing outward. You can see in the inside it's like a square that's empty on the inside of it. You can see that's where they have some of the horses and some of their other equipment. As you approach, you see some of the Righteous Brand guards, kind of by the entrance talking. They see you all approaching, and one of them steps away and holds his hand up. Can I help you?
Do I recognize him?
You do not.
Does he recognize me?
No, he does not.
Uh,
Well, actually, make a intelligence check.
Blind?
Yeah. No, you can make it blind.
Also, part of my background stuff, whatever, from being in the military, anyone who
Yeah.
recognizes me as a higher rank or whatever gives like fealty or whatever. Let me see. You have military rank from your career as a soldier. Soldiers loyal to your former military organization still recognizes your authority and influence, and they defer to you if they are of lower rank. So that's why I was asking if you recognize me or.
So you got a. Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry, Sonia was asking me something. I didn't hear the last bit of what you said. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes. Those of lower rank will defer to me. They also recognize my authority and influence. Says I can invoke my rank to exert influence over other soldiers.
Okay, I forgot about you had that still. So yeah, you approach, but you're not wearing any kind of formal military garb or emblems or symbols of your rank, and he doesn't recognize you because the Empire is quite large.
Yeah.
So you would have to do something to initiate that.
What's his rank? Yeah, private or something like that.
Yeah,
or...
the equivalent, yes.
Okay.
Let me see.
I
If
dress
I
them
don't
as-
think there's a righteous Wildemount righteous brand ranks. I don't think there's any ranks. Let's see. Rise in the ranks, receive, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't see a formal.
That's pretty.
So you have the Lancern, Ritter, Scuts, but it doesn't really say what those ranks are. Those are just individuals, I think. I'll have to do some research on that. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. My bad.
I would imagine as an officer, I would outrank someone guarding the front door.
Well, you're not active anymore in the military.
No, I am.
You mustered out, basically.
Yes.
Right, but they still defer to him.
They respect the title he held, yes.
Yes. So I go up. He says hello. I greet him. Introduce myself to him as retired. and ask them. It's like we're checking some things out around here, and we're wondering if there were any of the guys just around that were working over in the town we were in. We were in Fettelwine?
Pilderin, it's right here. Yeah, you're in the middle of the town right now.
Yeah. I heard they had rotated out, and we're just kind of looking to talk with them about some stuff. Do you know if any of them are around?
They've rotated out, and actually we're shifted to the war front. That's several days travel from here to the northeast, up to the Ashkeeper Peaks. The Rock Guard garrison, sir, he says to you.
All right, so they've already rotated out then.
Yes, they did. And they probably arrived just a day or a few days ago, probably.
Okay.
That's one of the active fronts. Oh, sorry, they went to the Ashguard garrison, not the Rock Guard.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you wish us to pass that message on? There are groups and supplies that head that way. Is there somebody in particular you wish to contact? I do what I can to help.
No, we were just checking some stuff out here, and I know they were in town, and just wanted to see if they had seen anything suspicious or anything like that. Just general questions, nothing specific.
He kind of looks at you for a second and goes, suspicious?
Yeah, just we're checking some stuff out.
Like what, sir? If you don't
just
mind me
things
asking.
going on just things going on in the neighboring farms.
He kind of raises an eyebrow, and are you trying to deceive him?
Am I trying to deceive him?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just trying to be vague. You want to do deception?
Yes. Yeah, so he's like, all right. He's like suspicious, but he doesn't think twice about it. Who knows what you've been hired to do? He probably thinks to himself. Anything else, sir?
No, that's it. Thank you for your time. Carry on.
All right. Y'all move away from the garrison.
Are we alone now?
Well,
Like we could talk privately?
as much as you can on the street with people walking by and stuff.
So I figured out what it was that bothered me about the conversation with Whisper Thin or whatever his name is earlier. And that was when I suggested he might be the liar. He agreed with me. But I don't know if Blix would have picked up on that.
Blix is kind of sneaky.
Make an insight check. You got to learn to
Yeah,
say.
I thought he was a liar from the beginning.
If things like that happen, then you have to make insight checks during those type of conversations and stuff.
See, but it didn't occur to me until I had thought about it for a while.
Yeah. You can make an insight check. What's Blix intelligence?
Not very.
Ooh. Yeah. No, it doesn't. This does not dawn on Blix at all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You were wondering why your big toe is hurting.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Right.
Blix can always conversate with me with the high intelligence.
So what y'all do?
Well, okay, Elizabeth picked up on that.
If Blix has an idea, go to the high intelligence
right
person.
over my very low head.
Discuss it with me because I trust no one.
That's a common theme with your characters.
Blix wasn't sure. Gotcha.
So really the only thing we have left or whatever is to go back and talk to the people on the farms.
Yeah.
Wait, did we not travel to the Ashguard garrison?
We just did that.
They've
It's in-
moved on.
it's
They've
in
been
town.
cycled out.
No,
It's in town?
No, you traveled to the local garrison. The Ashguard garrison is several days away.
Oh, I thought that's where we went. Okay.
Yeah, before we do that, let's.
No, the Ashguard garrison is over by the mountains.
Okay.
You went to the local garrison.
Okay.
Let's go retrace our steps. We
Yeah.
missed something.
let's do that. Go back to the first farm we went to.
Can we
Let's
hold on? Do we want to find out where the non-local garrisons are?
No, I think we should go back to the farms.
back to the what?
The farms.
Back to the farms.
What was the first farm we went to that run down?
Delca Jalton.
No, it was where we met. Wait, where's the note? There we go.
Yeah.
The Westbroom Farm. Wasn't that the first one we went to?
No,
Yeah.
you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went to Del Westbroom. That's where Whisperthin yelled out at him as the mayor of the town. He didn't do a very
Yes.
good disguise self job.
You want to go back there and start investigating there, and then go to the other farms?
Yeah, let's start at the beginning.
Okay. So yeah, I'll make y'all's way back out to the cottage that's the shortest, out of the way of the town. And again, it's run down. There's no lights on or anything like that. It's probably about 2 o'clock, and it still looks kind of run down as y'all approach it. You do notice, though, the front door is slightly ajar, and you see what looks like, one, maybe two little coyotes sniffing the air by the house.
You turn it on. You turn it off, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're such a sweetie.
So there's coyotes.
Yeah, you see some coyotes like maybe 15, 20 feet away from the cottage, and they all have their nose up in the air smelling. As soon as y'all approach, though, they do that they kind of run away, that little yipping sound that the coyotes make, and they run away from you.
Okay.
All
Not
right, you guys,
suspicious
I
at
want to
all.
stealth up to the cottage and
Can I
have their
divine
attention.
sense first?
Okay, you
Yeah,
can't overtalk each other. So, what did you want to do, Pandora?
Divine sense and see if I can sense any good or evil in the
Okay.
air.
Can you drop your divine sense into the chat box, please? Yeah. Okay. Nothing makes your hair stand up and your ears twitch around. Seems normal around here.
Okay.
And then Blix, you were going to make a stealth check up to the house.
Well, no, what I was going to do was discuss
Can
that
you re-pull my character back
and see
into?
if there were any other ideas before I try that.
No, I definitely think we should go check out the house.
Okay. So
Becky, you said something about your character sheet?
Yeah, I concur about checking out the house, and if you can pull my character sheet again, please.
Yes, I can. You should be able to do it yourself, though, by the way.
Oh, how do you do that in Buckerson?
I'm not going to teach you right now. I'll teach you later. All right. So, what do y'all? Sorry, the multiple things going on here.
Oh.
So, Blitz, you were going to sneak up to the house. Is that correct? Making a stealth check.
Yeah, I rolled it blind. I don't know what it came out as.
That's fine. Anybody else going with her, or are you all staying back?
I'm going with her. I'm gonna have her back like 6 feet away.
All right. I need you to
Social
make a blind
distancing.
stealth check, please.
Me as well.
Yeah, you're going. 6 feet.
Okay.
Very far back. So.
Yeah, I definitely want to investigate.
So
Okay, I'm gonna
everybody
follow
who's
up.
going to follow Blix up, who's trying to be quiet and stealthy, please make a stealth check. And you got to do it blind. Pandora, did you make yours blind? What is that?
I thought I did private
You got to do blind.
Yeah.
blind.
Yep.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Kate, are you staying back, or are you going with Blix?
We're checking out the house.
Well, kinda. Yeah, you gotta get
We're
that.
checking out the
We're
house.
trying to
right?
stealth.
Yeah. You said stealth.
Yeah, make a blind stealth roll. Gotta get your
I'll do
you
a
gotta get your
blind.
delay fixed. I don't know if that's causing all kind of problems. All right, so you begin making your way up, Blix, to the house, trying to be quiet, and you hear some crunching and some footsteps falling behind you, and they're not very stealthy. And you make your way up to the house, and the door in front of you is slightly ajar, and they all like behind you and like, well, what do you see? What do you see? Kind of troop of buffoons.
There's a meme for this.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and stealth on into the house.
Do y'all go with her, or do y'all let her go on her own?
I'll go with.
Me too.
So you're all gonna go. Everybody makes stealth checks again. Make them blind. All right, so you all proceeded to the house. Nick, you trip and literally fall as you go in, making a face plant onto the ground. Not really. You hit the door goes like that. It opens up wide. Light spills into the chamber beyond. And there on the ground, where the table was, where y'all had been talking to Del Westbrom, underneath the table, you see Greta Vargas with blood pooled around her head area. She does not seem to be moving, and you hear a slight sound of flies around her body, and an odor hits your nostrils pretty quick, Blix. You've recognized this as something that's been dead for probably a couple of days.
But we just talked to Greta yesterday.
Yeah.
Or before,
I'm sorry.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, you did. But
Okay.
do you wish to investigate the body, make a medical check to see if you can determine exactly how long it's been dead? Maybe I told you wrong.
Yeah, let's check that out.
I could
Investigation.
do a medical check.
All right. Who is trained in it to make a medicine check?
I'm not so great on intelligence, guys, so somebody else has to investigate.
So, you look at the body, you kind of move it just a little bit. The skin is beginning to pull away from the flesh, from the muscles underneath.
That would be me.
It would be swollen just a tad bit. And you do think it's been dead maybe for 2, maybe 3 days.
So, just to clarify, do we think it's been dead? Okay, wait.
Can I investigate her death and everything around her?
Timeline-wise, do we know whether or not this body died before we met the Greta we met? Or does the timeline work out that we met her and then she died? Is what I'm asking.
We just met her last night. So the Greta that we met with last night was not this body that's laying right here.
Well, all right then.
That seems correct, you think?
Let's go talk to Greta.
Yeah, I think we should.
Greta.
I'm starting to
I would
get
like
concerned.
I would like to search the body for anything of value or interest. She's not using it.
You are correct.
I'm supposed to be the thief in the party, dear.
I am too.
She's all like, I found something kind of shiny.
I can't hear
You
you.
know what, guys? I love my homeland, but I'm starting to be concerned that this is something from the Kryn dynasty.
It smells like it.
Yeah.
Make a investigation check, please. Whoever's searching the body.
Me.
You find nothing.
Yeah.
You find nothing of interest on the body.
Then I say we head back to Greta's.
Yes.
Yeah, I head back to where Greta was sleeping in the streets and areas, things of that sort. And you see the
Oh, she was the one that hadn't been acting like herself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For several days.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen Greta in a few days. Local saw her a few days ago coming back from the fields.
You find
not
her
acting like herself.
An abandoned shack near the border between Feldwood and the Tillage. So it's actually it's not too far from where you are right now, and you see the shack where she lives. What do y'all do? You're out on the road. You haven't gotten directly to it yet.
Definitely talk about the suspicion of finding her dead when we just talked to her the other day. If she was in town, so we came back into town, we talked to her, we took a nap, or went to sleep at night. Next morning, running around doing our stuff, whatever, and then now we found her dead body. It's been dead for a couple of days. So whoever we talked to was not Greta.
Right. So whoever we're about to go and talk to right now, I think we have to assume that they're probably not friendly and be ready for that.
Yep.
I take out some manacles, I give them to Pandora, and I tell her to use them.
I have some manacles.
Okay. Well, then I'll keep my manacles.
Okay. And I have, should I use my net, maybe? I have a net. We can catch them.
I can grapple them and whatever, and we can tie them up or whatever we need to do.
Okay. Grapple is good.
All right. So we want to go to the shack.
Nick, do you and I want to try and sneak up on them? You're not the sneakiest, though.
No.
I'll try to sneak.
Can you grapple?
I can grapple.
I could roll under their feet and trip them. I could hug one leg really tight.
So how about Blixie and I stealth up
like
to
a
the
plan.
door and...
Well, she didn't run from us last time. There's no reason why she would run from us today.
Dragging around the goblin.
Right. Yeah. Let's just try to talk to her, but I just want to be prepared in case things go sideways, because things are going sideways.
Yeah, she doesn't know
Right.
that we found the other body.
Yeah.
True.
And we were nice to her. We gave her like food and money for drinks or something.
That's right. We gave her bread.
Just a bit.
All right, so let's just walk up to the door.
Yep. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, 'cause remember, my character is like Robin Hood. I'll knock. So I knock on the door and I say her name and hope that she's home. Ask her how she's doing through the door.
Warren's doing something.
Mm-hmm. Check boundary. Hexa, we can't hear you.
You knock on the
I
door,
think he's trying to figure out what she's going to be doing. Yeah.
and she you hear a yes from the other side.
Hello, Greta. It's us again.
We brought you muffins.
The door opens back up.
We just-
She goes, oh, it's good.
Just checking to see how you're doing.
It's good to see you too. And the odor from her body is still kind of prevalent.
Do you mind if we come in for a bit?
She kind of looks back on her place. It's kind of, if you want. She kind of steps back and says, "Come in."
All right.
It's kind of small. I mean, it's a tiny shack. But you all cram in.
Yes.
Yep. I'm little. I don't take up much space.
What's what?
I want to position myself so that I'm like behind her. Or
I kind of
close to
stand
her.
in the doorway
Well, she's made herself. She's kind of positioned herself back
just
against
because of the stench.
by the back wall, where there's an exit out the back of the place.
Okay.
Ooh. Noting how very crowded it is in there, I don't want to make Greta uncomfortable. So I'm going to go back out the front door past Ziti. And then once I'm outside, I'm going to sneak around to the back door.
Okay.
Hold it shut.
So we asked Greta how she's been doing.
I'm tired. It's been hard for me to get food. With the troops here in town, I have not been comfortable moving about the town.
All right.
Why do they make you uncomfortable?
My history with the military is some of these men I know.
I asked her if she's been out to the Westman farm lately.
No. Why?
Well, it's just curious thing this morning. We found your dead body there, and then I grapple her.
All right. So
Super stealthy.
I am not stealthy.
let me see something here real quick.
Surprise!
Well, you
We found
know.
your dead body.
God.
Make a dexterity check, please.
All right.
Pixie
You want
does not
athletics
like
or
the
just
grappling.
great dexterity?
I am now blocking the door, by the way.
Athletics.
Public doesn't matter.
You can make it public if you want. I don't care. All right.
Well grappled, sir.
All right. So yeah, you go to grapple it, but it moves like as if it knew you were already making those moves. She just quickly, like ninja style, and you just whiff into the air. You're just totally, because you almost had her. It's like, "Ugh!" And she just quickly out of the way, back against the wall right beside her, and it crashes open. And she goes lunging outside, not even through the door, just out the side because it's so rickety. Blix, you're in the back, and you hear a conversation. You hear the door. You're waiting for it to slam open. No, it's the wall on the other side. Just falls out, and you see her stumble out backwards from it. And she quickly looks at you, looks at the interior. Let's initialize. Pandora, if you can click on your token. Actually, I need to do this. 1 second. Do that. Yes. And let's see who's not in this. She is not, so we remove her. And off goes my dog.
That thing's not up.
Same.
The what?
I can't do my initiative.
My dice is not.
You can't click on it on the fisted hand area?
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Same.
Refresh your screens.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll privately. Hang on. Well, whatever. It's a 9.
Yeah, I was like, I see it on the combat tracker. By the way, do y'all see how she's like just chilling out right here, just leg out?
Yeah, mine keeps trying to crawl back in my lap. I have my laptop in my lap right now.
Nick, you want me to roll for you?
Yes, please. I'm having an
All right.
issue.
Same.
Okay, so she has tied with Pandora. Pandora, what is your initiative adjustment? Oh,
Plus 2.
sorry, your dex adjustment.
Dex. 2.
All right, she's got you beat.
Mhm.
All right, so she stumbles out backwards. You lunge for her, Nick. You miss her. You hit the back wall. And boom, out the back. She sees you off to the right, and just turns and sprints into the fields and the tillage.
I follow. Oh, wait. We're in combat order.
Pandora.
I use my.
So let me begin
I
combat.
use my. Yeah.
All right, Pandora, you're up.
I use my feline agility to catch up with her.
What's your speed?
Yes, that would be 60 feet.
So you see Vargas just running, and you just like leaping and bounding across the field. You land right beside her, catch the, and you're going to try to knock her down, grapple her.
Yes, I try and pounce on her.
Okay. So grappling. That's a rule I always have to look up, and it really annoys me. I can't memorize this rule.
I think it's strength versus strength.
It's a contested
Yeah.
check. Grapple actions in combat. When you want to grab a creature, it is an attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple. If you're able to make multiple attacks with attack section, this attack replaces one of them. Using at least one free hand, you try to seize a target making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. A strength athletics check contested by the target's athletic or dexterity check. So, Pandora, you have to make a strength/athletics check. Either one of those two.
You want it blind?
No, you can make it public. All right. And let's see here. Okay. Don't know why I said you rolled a 17. I rolled a 17. I must have had you clicked. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, so you quickly, boom, wrap your arms around her, taking her down to the ground, like that, and knock her down. And she's like, fighting and trying to get away from you. Anything else you wish to do? Or you try to maintain your grapple?
I would like to.
That's your action. So, do you have a bonus or a free action?
Bonus. Mhm.
1 second.
No, just maintain.
Becky, he rolled for you. You should have a 9. And you'll be
Right after me.
after Blix.
You're there in the combat tracker.
What's your
Reload
question?
your browser.
Yeah.
So, Pandora, what'd you decide to do?
I maintain my grapple.
Okay. Blix,
Sit
you're
on
up.
her.
Blix, you're up. What do you wish to do?
I wish to run over. How far away from me are they?
Well, they're 60 feet away from the door. Well, no, they're 30 feet away. I'm sorry.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to run over for my movement and then try to use the manacles that Pandora had on her to chain her up. Greta, not Pandora.
Hang on one second. I'll be right back. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. Sorry, I got to deal with something.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk to this woman if we can before we
Yes.
kill her.
Yes. I imagine we're probably have to kill her.
Want to try not to, but will do if necessary. I got a battle axe now.
You just want to go smash you on the head.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Take out some of the anger you got going on. Angry kitty cat. Or at least for progressing in the storyline. Becky, did you get your stuff updated again? Or reload it?
I did. I'm reloading right now.
Okay.
The problem is that every time I run this, stupid Adobe update does this, and it just kicks me out. Pain.
Who are we waiting for?
I believe Andorra and Blitz.
The other two.
Okay.
Yeah, we progressed in the storyline.
It's a
So
slow.
death and mayhem.
It's a slow crawl tonight for sure.
That's all right.
Sorry. Y'all, we're taking a break.
We
Yeah.
did.
Okay, so I'm trying to run over and put the manacles on Greta.
Okay. So she's fighting. So just make a strength. Cause it's really just trying to overpower. Make a strength check. With advantage because you have a grapple too.
Public or blind?
Just public's fine. Really? Yeah, that's fine.
I'm wiry.
Yeah, so you slide in there and you get the manacles on the wrists of Greta and lock them into place and back away, and she at this point just stops struggling.
All right, who are you?
I am Silk.
Silk?
Selke.
Silky.
Are you the one who set the fires?
Yes. My people are a constant attack from the Empire, and they are attacking our homes, and and I just trying to help our efforts to win this war.
Did you kill Greta as well?
Thank you guys.
Greta and I got into a bit of a tussle, and unfortunately she was injured.
Looked quite severe.
Look, I'm here to try to even the odds for the dynasty. The Empire has been hunting and killing our people ruthlessly, and stealing from our lands, taking our holy relic items.
Well, you know, setting the fire is just going to bring more of the Empire here and make it more military instead of the village.
If the troops aren't able to get food, they won't be able to fight. The Empire has to fall. The Kryn Dynasty war is righteous. It is for our holy artifacts they have stolen. Any suffering the blind sycophants of the Empire endure is nothing compared to how they've made us suffer.
He's not wrong. I've traveled all over the dynasty. The Empire. I'm biased. Sorry, you guys have this conversation. I'm biased.
No. It's good to hear.
You know, I'm a goblin. So maybe I see the Empire a little differently.
Yeah. And I was in the Empire. I tell there's been wrongs on both sides.
It doesn't make a right, though, on their side. They have to come into a nation and take our holy relics. It's just blasphemous.
Ruth.
They treat us like monsters. They treat me like a monster. I mean, I try to act like I'm okay with it, but come on.
My point exactly.
So what do y'all want to do with her?
We can't let her burn the field. I mean,
Let's take her in.
you want to turn her in?
Well, what would stop you from doing this?
I'll leave the area if you let me go. I'll give you my word.
Were you looking for the relics, or just causing damage, trying to stop the Empire from doing its mission?
I was sent here to cause chaos and mayhem with their food supply.
Who sent you?
I work for organizations within the Kryn dynasty.
Called what? I'm from Kryn.
What'd you say?
What organization? Because I'm Kryn.
And see if Blix knows any of the organizations that she is working for.
I'm just one of many who are hired to come in here and to do this. We work for the Empire, for the dynasty.
Okay. Can you give us your word that you'll go?
Absolutely.
Well, I feel it's not right on both sides what's been going on, but also damaging the farms. It's hurting the people here. I'm for letting her go.
Okay, but what are we going to tell the mayor?
The Satora.
Yeah, the Satora.
Well, we can tell him why the fires were started. Maybe he knows what happened to the relics.
I don't think the relics are in the Felderwin village.
No, probably not.
It could be though. I mean, they had this Kryn battle axe.
They had a what?
The battle axe that I got from the Kryn dynasty from the general store.
Looks up at you. Is it on your side?
Yeah, it's hanging off my backpack.
She shakes her head. Yeah, another item of our people taken. No warrior would give that up on their own.
Sound like some
But
dirty
that's-
dwarves.
I think maybe we should split up. I'll stay here. Blix and I will stay here, and the rest of y'all go talk to Whisper Thin and see if he knows anything about these relics, because they should be given back to the Kryn dynasty. And maybe see if there's any in that shop, the general store.
Yeah, we can do that.
That works for me.
All right. I help her off the ground, like set her up so she's not just like laying there handcuffed on the ground.
Uh-huh. Alright, so back in the shack or right here and y'all just sit here in the field?
Y'all want to take her back to the shack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Take her back to the shack.
And what's left of the shack?
She goes,
That was
"I
quite a jump.
give you my word. You let me go, I will leave this area. I will head back to the east and over the Ash keep mountains. My cover's blown. There's not much I can do here anymore.
Well, I want to talk to you because I grew up in the wastes of Zorus. And I traveled to Rosanna. That's where I became a paladin. So where are you from?
While she's talking, Ian and Kate can go to talk to the mayor.
Okay.
I grew up in Rosanna, the Corona section.
The Corona section?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Boy, is that too on the nose? It was in the guide.
I'm looking on my map, trying to find it.
It was right there.
That's helpful. Is it northeast, southwest?
She goes, I hail from the Asaurus. Asarius.
Okay, that's not too far from here. Have you ever been to Rosanna?
I have had some missions to an area. I prefer the City of the Beast, though. You know, sources. So fort-like perimeter built around purple-colored wood. It is known as the City of the Beast. It's a mid-size near the western side of Zorhas. But my role and position take me about, Pandora, that doppelgangers are not, well, not like common. They often are used by the Empire or by the Kryn dynasty uh, to have their lives. They are part of the population that's accepted within the population and aren't necessarily viewed like they are here in the Empire as evil. The Empire tends to kill them on sight because they are a threat and able to infiltrate easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, the other group, you're heading to find the mayor.
Yes.
Quick question around. You find he's at the Golden filled in lodge, and you find him just talking to some of the other locals, even some of the people you've met recently are in here, and y'all come walking in, and it's a big round table, and he kind of stands up, and what do? You approach him?
Just kind of motion for him to come over and talk to us.
Okay. He walks over, and people are coming in and out of the establishment, and he goes, "Did you find something?"
We did actually. I motioned to like one of the tables off to like the corner so we can have a little bit of privacy.
All right.
And head over there.
And he's like, yeah. What'd you
So-
find? What'd you find?
So we figured out what was going on with all the fires. They won't be happening anymore. Although it seems to be a bigger issue going on. Just through questioning, we found out that the individual had been sent here from the dynasty to disrupt the flow of material to the empire, foodstuff, supplies, and stuff like that. So it wasn't a direct attack on you or anything like that. So it's not someone trying to get you out of office. It was merely just trying to disrupt everything going on for the empire. However, even though we stopped this one individual, because it is an organization that's going on, other things may happen. I would imagine they're not the only person that was sent.
What? Explain to me. You're kind of speaking around something.
Well, there's an issue with relics that were taken from the dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do an insight check when I mention the relics.
When you mentioned what?
The relics.
Okay.
Just kind of see if he knows anything about it, or if he reacts to it in a way of like, yeah. See if he knows any knowledge of it, or if he expresses any kind of micro expressions about the knowledge of it.
Okay, 1 second. So your check here. He when you mentioned relics, he goes, "Well, it's a war, I would presume. Both sides have raided and taken things from each other. Are you saying this person was here searching for these relics?"
Doesn't seem like they were searching for the relics. It just seems, which yes, I mean, I totally agree. During war, things are taken by both sides. It's just the nature of the beast. However, it seems seems maybe not like a personal, but a sacred item.
Hmm. One second. I've lost a note and I can't find it. I've had a hard night with my notes and stuff. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? He goes, I haven't seen any here, for sure. That I'm aware of, anyway. He seems pretty honest to you with your insight check that he does seem a little not aware of what you're referring to.
Okay. I tell him, like, so this particular issue seems to be resolved. Again, like I said, it's not someone trying to get you out. It's more against the Empire and trying to disrupt their supply line. But it also seems to be stemming from...
So where is this person?
We have them on the guard.
Well, I want to see them.
Why do you need to see them?
That's what I hired you for.
No, you hired us to find out what was going on.
And you have. Now I have to see them. I don't understand the problem here, Nick.
Well, it's just the nature of the war and what's going on. We were inclined to send them back to their home.
You want to send them home? They're just
Yeah.
going to turn around and destroy and cause more damage. You're saying this person's an operative of the dynasty, you're saying?
Yes.
That you can't. We have to turn them over to the garrison so they can be questioned, so we can find out if there's more troops and other of them in this area. The lives of the citizens of our town depend on us doing this. Nick?
Hexa,
Yes?
can I interject from afar?
Well, no, you're not here.
No, I'm not there. Pandora and I have been talking while Nick and ZD were headed into town, and while they're talking with Witherspoon or whoever it is. So bad with names. And I'm kind of thinking that at right about this point in the conversation, we let Silk go and we start heading into town.
Okay. Silk takes off and begins, hoofing it out of town. Immediately shifts into the shape of a dwarf. I'm sorry. Of a human farmer of some sort. And just goes off onto the road, hoofing it away from you.
Which direction?
Northwood.
I run after.
There's no direct road to the east until you get a good distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me zoom out real quick. Yeah, northward out of Feldrin, up by the Skrimere River. You run up to her and what?
No, I'll let her go.
Okay. What's a D4, Nick, for?
Oh, I'm deciding whether or not I'm gonna push to not allow him to do it, or to concede to him.
All right. So he goes, let's go see the prisoner. Let's go. Where are you detaining them at?
They're at the shack of Greta.
And he moves out the door quickly.
I follow.
All right. You also notice a couple of the farmers stand up and kind of follow behind as y'all move out the door. One of them's the Stump family. and Rhea, the former righteous brand warrior.
As you're going, I want to talk to the mayor. Tell him I don't want this to become an issue. They've already given the word that they're leaving.
You've taken justice into your own hands?
No, we detained them.
I am the final authority of justice in this town. That is my role, my appointed position to the Empire. That's why I'm here. And you are saying you're going to do this yourselves. Nick, I'm greatly disappointed. As you're making your way up the road, you suddenly see your two friends making their way up, Blix and Pandora, by themselves. And you'll close the distance, and he's like, "Where's the prisoner?"
Pause, because Pandora and I would have discussed that on our way into town. Pandora, did we decide we were going to say that the prisoner escaped, that we let her go, or that we killed her?
Escaped. No. Escaped or killed.
I think killed, so they don't go looking for her.
But they'd want the body.
We threw the body in the river and it's washed down away.
Or we could give him Greta's body. We killed him and give him Greta's body.
That farm's kind of here, though. I think they might know.
Yeah, and Greta's like skin's falling off of her.
True.
So we burned it to ash.
But did you burn the shack?
No, we did not burn the shack. She tried to get away, and I lit one of your arrows on fire, and you shot her, and she burst into flames, and there's nothing left.
Yep.
We're going for deception.
Yep, we're going for deception. All right, proceed.
Warren's face.
So they're basically going to lie to us, Matt.
We'll tell you guys, even if you know that we're lying, you know we're going to tell you later.
Yes. So as they're walking towards us, I like raise my hand, like, what's going on?
It was pretty hairy there for a minute, Nick, but she's dead.
What do you mean? She's dead. Where's the body?
She tried to escape. Tell him, Pandora.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I turned my head for a second. I was kind of tired, so I took a little cat nap. And she got away, but like the noise of it woke me up, and I was like, oh my God. And so Blix got out her bow, and I took one of my matches and lit her arrow on fire. We wrapped it in some poop that we found, and I lit it on fire, and Blix shot her, and it hit like square in the middle of her back, and she burst into flames. It was amazing, but there was nothing left, so we just decided to come back.
It was definitely not natural. There was something weird about it was like she was made of flammable.
Yep. That's what happened.
I seriously glare at both of them.
All right, so give me a second here.
Deception check.
Yes.
Yes, you need to make a deception check.
Since we're both working at it, can we do it with
Combined?
One can aid somebody. Only one of you can do it, though. If you get
Okay,
aid,
I'll do.
Whoever aids gives the other person advantage.
Pandora? Do you have good deception?
12.
Same. I'll aid you. You roll with advantage.
All right. Do you want a blind?
Especially since you're the one who actually told the story.
Yeah. I'd imagine you have better charisma anyway.
Hexa, do you want blind or?
Make it blind, please.
You did advantage.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, show me where the scuffle happened.
We take him to the ruined, smashed up shack.
Uh-huh.
This is it.
Show him the broke down wall.
Where's the body that burned?
It's like exploded into ashes. Like there's nothing left.
Oh, well, show me where the ashes
like-
are then. There must be ashes on the ground, some evidence.
They blew away.
They went out.
Yeah, it was
They went
like
out. They went out this
sparkles
door
of
here.
light.
He says.
The hole in the wall.
So he walks.
Yeah, it was
he
the
walks
hole
with
in-
a walks with a hole in the wall. He goes, oh, 1 second. Yes, he obviously does not seem to be buying y'all's story, but he sees the people from the town beginning to come up and mingle behind y'all. And he kind of looks at all of y'all and he goes, you really are messing with fire. I hope you know that. Especially those who here can be easily pointed to the Kryn dynasty. And he takes a look at Pandora and at Blix. And he goes, don't be upset at me. I'm just telling you, it's people will gladly find a scapegoat. And then he walks back out past all of y'all, holds his hand up. The problem's been dealt with. The traitor from the Kryn dynasty has been destroyed by our good friends here. And through the great magics of Kate here, they have been obliterated. And he goes on with this long spiel. And some people are looking and like that, but they seem to buy that he's confident that the problem's been solved. As the crowd dissipates, he kind of turns back around and he goes, you owe me a favor. And he turns around and walks off. And you find yourself sitting out front of this old abandoned shack.
By ourselves?
By yourselves. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Alright.
I'm still glaring at them too, by the way.
You can glare all you want.
That was a fiasco. Okay.
Hey, wait, did we get
That was
paid?
a rousing success.
Wait, did we get paid?
No.
Yeah.
So we need to get paid.
You'll have to go
No.
hunt him. You'll have to hunt him down and ask to get paid. That's for next week.
He was not convinced, so he's not going to pay us. Did you
Well,
not figure
if
that
he
out? While I'm
doesn't
glaring
pay
at you.
us, if he doesn't pay us, we can just tell the townspeople that he fucked up and tell them what really happened. He'll pay
Blackmail.
us a reward, but he'll pay us hush money.
You think he'll pay you hush money?
We could
I
steal it from him.
wouldn't you?
We could steal it from him.
We could steal it from him.
Well, you'll just have to find out next week.
Yes.
I'm a steal.
All right,
All right.
folks. Y'all have a good night.
Seriously,
Right.
Chris.
Good night.
Bye.
And Elizabeth, look at my character sheet, at my traits.
Uh-oh.